What's going on, guys? It's your boy Sketch Peace with another live video. Please subscribe, like, and share this video. Smash the likes, smash up the likes. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video, just like all the rest of the videos that I come up to this channel to share y'all my thoughts and my feels. Well, not really especially my feels, but just mostly my general logical thoughts of pertaining to how the world is and how society is and how we need to increase the focal point of getting peace to the public, to society, and to humanity as a whole. So enjoy the video and let's get into it. Now, I know the topic of the video is like I always say in my videos, pretty self-explanatory. So that's pretty much where we're at critically. We are in a deepness of round zero. There's no doubt about it. It's pretty much that next year, 2024, there's going to be a whole lot of case of events that will take place where recession will come back to the fold. It will illuminate not just America, but for the world as well. Why I say that is because, well, it's pretty self-explanatory. We're living in it right now. We're living in where the norm is nothing but the matrix of itself. We're living in a norm where our minds truly emulate to what we're actually who we truly are, what we truly mask, what we truly necessitate, and propagatively show ourselves to one human being to another when we walk out that front door each day. What we put on a gloss, like it's like putting peanut butter and not really putting the jelly on just yet though, but just putting that layer of the human everyday psychosis of what we draw in, what energies we draw in each day, the positives or the negatives, what we feed, what we ascertain, what we hold on to is what we thrive on each day. And don't get this video wrong. I ain't putting ground zero as the title of my video as it is. This is the only part one. I'll be making a part two also of this video as well, of the 9/11 attacks. No, this ain't the 9/11 attacks. That's part of what was the cause and the effect of how America and how the world globally looks at each other as a battlefield. Mentally first, then physical. And basically, when it all comes down to it, everything in this lifetime is mental first before it becomes physical afterwards. So it was a mental shift of what happened then, still happening now in 2023, going into 2024 and 25 and 26, 27, 28, 29, 2030, 32, and on and beyond. It's an ongoing regurgitative gag reel that we live under each day as human beings. It's something that of a substance that just eats our really living core each day that we just can't just can't get out of. It's ever-living chaos and gloss of iniquity that we just can't control. You know? It's like we want to be God, but we can't be God. You know? That's something that you people have to understand. Yeah, you guys say that you're you're one sexual orientation or you're the other. No, it's either you're this or you're that. Just like I'm going to make my video soon also, once I get done with these ones, about my sexual orientation, since people want to critique that just a tiny bit, but it ain't got nothing to do with this video because I don't want to go into that though. But I'll go into that video as soon as I can, once I get these two out the way. And what my message I'm trying to get across to y'all is that nobody ain't got time for games no more. Nobody. Nothing can't compare to what COVID-19 did for us, to 9/11, to the Spanish flu, to Vietnam War, to all these major chaotic events and social economical downturns and events through the stock market and everything else that just railroads us every single decade. Just every decade, just pulls on us every time that we're trying to get ahead to one place in our lives, to the next place of evolution, revolutionary pull, to the avalanche of the next era of human civilization, of the world of society as a whole, of its own shell, of its own former self. Each time is like a snake pulling out layers of shedding skin. Or not even that, just reptilian skin as a whole, because reptiles shed their skin, every last one of them. We could talk about like iguanas and talk about geckos and all of those animals in that animal pool, gene pool. It's all of the same thing. But there is one true hope out of all this, I must say. There's one true hope. The hope of it being that we need to stop blaming ourselves for things going right, things going wrong. We need to start pulling each other closer in a more of a seething, generalized, peaceful, ecological tone. You know what, let me clarify that a little bit better. I know you probably guys ain't understanding me, but what I'm trying to get at is that we need a utopic society. That's what we need. Now, I know that sounds a little bit crazy. That sounds a little bit insane or whatnot, though, but it's the truth. We need a utopic humanitarian society in order to get us out of this everyday systematical matrix paradox, social economical totalitarian societal mentality inside our own human shells and spiritual consciousness that we live in each day. If we can't get that, then we need at least a utopic mentality to pull it through, to get us out of ground zero. That's the only way we're able to do it. Not killing, not saying which race is the better race. No. Even though we kind of see that, though, sometimes the race is near there, though. The race is near there. But forget that, though. That has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with any of what I'm trying to get across. Nothing. The problem is that we don't have utopic humanity for itself. That's what we don't have. We look for that perfection every day, don't we, ladies and gentlemen? We look for that, don't we? But where do we find it? Do we find it in war, or do we find it in peace? You guys tell me in the comment section. You guys tell me. Do we find it there, or do we find it there? What defines utopic humanity? What defines a utopic society, a utopic world? What does it define us? Because the flip of that is dystopia, and have a dystopic society, which you're already living in already. So please tell me, which one is better, that or that? Do we want to keep living in the way we're living, or do we want to find a resolve, a middle ground, a middle path towards peace and positivity, towards coming off of people that doesn't get us or align with us, where they can align with us in a more of a generalized undertone? And I think I mentioned that in a couple of my other videos about generalized undertones. Though I didn't really get too much specific on it, but I'm going to get specific in this video because that generalizes what my thesis of what this video is all about, of where we're at, of why we're in ground zero or coming doors to within ground zero. Because ground zero is right in front of your front door each day, and you guys ain't truly actually realizing it. What you see on the boob tube, on your TV screen is nothing but of what the Matrix itself is only showing you of what it's truly feeding you day by day by day. What real news is and what fake news ain't, and what you gotta grasp is what is the true news and what is not the true news. That's what you guys ain't picking up still. And everybody won't pick it up. They won't unplug. Just like if you guys had watched The Matrix with the Wachowski brothers. The same way. And no, I ain't a Matrix freak or fanatic or anything like that. Yeah, I love the trilogy or whatnot, but you guys gotta understand though, you gotta understand what the message was implying in small but ambiguously big details in that precedent of what they were showing you. But you ain't gotta believe me. I mean, hell, if you guys haven't read 1984, or you ain't read the books Art of War, if you ain't read the books Fahrenheit, what was it? Fahrenheit 521. If you haven't read The Matrix Paradox, here's a book called The Matrix Paradox. It's based on how societal norms ain't really truly what we're living under. We're living under a systematic overture undertone each day. As simple as that. What you think we're reading, which we're eating, or which we're feeling and touching and tasting is nothing but a fabric of our own mind, of what we were born into this world of society, of what the clothes that we wear, what this jewelry that I'm wearing on my fingers, what I'm wearing on my head, what I'm wearing clothes behind my back, what I'm around with, the air that I breathe, is all but the same thing. The porn, the sex tapes, is all what the representation of what God had bestowed us, but the devil played his part into every little systematical thing that we do. Yes, I'm not the greatest man example of whatnot though on certain things as myself as well or whatnot though. Yes, I'm human too. We make mistakes. I made mistakes. But at the same time, we try to tend to survive of what this systematical overture has brought us down into, what he has brought us into the nightmare of our shadow selves that we see ourselves every day, each day, every time we wake up. We thank God and grace. We thank whatever God you guys might believe in. Hell, if you believe in yourselves, if you're an atheist, if you're a Christian, you're a Christian. You believe in Christ. If you're a Muslim, you're a Muslim. You believe in Allah. If you're of Jewish background, you believe in Yahshua. If you believe in Buddha, then you're a Buddhist. But understand this, ladies and gentlemen, is that of all what we believe in, that's what we're going back to. And I know that's what you guys are going to say or whatnot, though. Out of all the chaos and all the iniquity and the turmoil, yes, we're going back to our Creator, whoever we believe in. But the fight still lives on and it still continues. When one life dies, a new life is born. Within 15 to 20 seconds of each day, within 5 minutes. But the matter of the truth is that there is time of then time, but there is no time of we're living in, of having time left in our lives. We're on an hour clock each day, as we breathe, as we drink, as we eat. As we look at our phones, as we look at our watches, our clocks, our TVs, or whatever you guys see or do each day, the music that we listen to, the voice frequencies of this world that we've been shifted and been warped and contorted, that we've been living under, has been all but so many distractions of feeling of the essences and the elements that we truly was born to live under, to of the purposes of life purpose of in this world of this life that we live amongst under each time of each month of each week of each day and overly upon each year, that we slowly die or rapidly die, depending on how our bodies works, lives within this sick world that we live under. It's a sickness, it's a cancer that we live in a systematical, man's created, societal build that we can only bring ourselves to only wonder, are we really truly living, or are we living to truly die, is the question. Are you living for yourself? Are you living for others? Are you living for your boss? Are you living for your parents? Are you living for your girlfriend, your boyfriend? Or are you living for just items, materialism? What are you really or truly actually living for is the deep-rooted question every day. Are you living for purpose of life, of purpose itself? We truly don't know nearly the questions of that matter. But what we could truly know is cultivatively, we could either truly live for the now or truly live for the future of within which one of the two that you might want to choose to live in is entirely in your own absolutes. That is what's true. But hey, if you want to live a fast life, fast women, fast cars, fast materialism, go right ahead. If you want to slow up the watch, live the average life, build up that money, build up that credit, build up those stocks, build up that business, build up that credibility, build up that name of yours, build up that brand, do it in all the right legal purposes, go right ahead. But truth be told, or whatnot though, is which road you take is the destiny, life destiny that you truly want to go. You go to the left or you go to the right. Do you want to live within the sick society of the systematical overtures that want to keep bringing you down by inflated fast prices? Or do you want to live within survival of surviving, of being unplugged of the systematical overtures that society is bringing you and delivering you on a silver platter each day? of the haves and have-nots, of what you have that his and what you don't have and have God. That's the question. That's the scariest question everybody runs through their course of their minds every day, of wondering what truly does matter within inside their own lives and their own circumstances of their own selves and their own iniquities, everything that goes on, everything, dying, breathing, living, 24/7, 365 days a year, 365 days a minute. What truly minds it? But what ultimately persists and gives out of this is, do you live for yourself or do you live for the world? That's the question. Will you live within your own very soul, or will you live for just to live and not make nothing of yourself? But the real smart way of doing it is you can still do surface level stuff, which is society, but you could also be spiritual at the same time and live for yourself and live on your hour clock and punch your own ticket and punch your own work clock. That's the smart way to go. Instead of working for the man, working for the woman, punching their clocks, not being your own persons or personify your own lives. That's it. Is that worth being peaceful of living, or is that being non-peaceful of living? Of which lives you want to live as it becomes to be for your own life destiny, of your own life path. But taking your life into your own stride, of your own life path and your destiny is entirely up to you. But sometimes, yes, time ain't really on our side at certain days, certain weeks, certain months, even years. But this is however you want it. This is however you want to make your life and want to cherish it, want to take it, want to feed and breathe it, want to have faith in it, want to bathe and bed in it. It's truly up to you. So I'm going to leave you guys with that thought in the next one, in the next part 2 of my Ground Zero video. Hopefully you guys will understand and take a little bit of his wisdom and a little bit of his knowledge. It doesn't matter what title you under, it doesn't matter what you do in life, but what matters is what you make of it. That everybody says unanimously in this lifetime is what you make of it, is what truly counts and what truly matters at the end of the day. Because without life purpose and without going through everything that life lessons throw at you, you always have to receive those blessings and go through the lesson each time. That's all what it counts for and to be accountable for. It's your boy Sketch A Peaze, and I'll be back with y'all in the next part 2 Ground Zero video, part 1 right here. Have a good night. Love y'all. Hope you guys subscribe and like this video, share this video. Peace out. And also tune into my little channel, gaming channel, Peace2313. We'll be going live later on tonight and find out, see what your favorite game will be. Peace out. Love y'all.